What you're going through right now, the doubt, the exhaustion, the haunting thought that you're not good enough, it's temporary. It won't always be like this. You look at your life and see, first of all, everything you haven't achieved yet. You see dreams that feel too distant. You see peaks that still seem out of reach. You see people who in your eyes have gotten further than you. And in those moments, you forget one crucial truth. You're already moving forward. You're already doing more than you allowed yourself to do yesterday. You've already overcome things that once felt impossible. You're already stronger than you realize. Every day, you get up and take another step. Even when everything inside you screams to stop. You keep working even when no one acknowledges it. You keep believing when there's no evidence. You keep building even when it feels like everything is falling apart. That isn't weakness. That is uncompromising inner strength. That is resolve. That is the quiet courage to remain standing when circumstances are chaotic. And that's what separates you from those who gave up too soon. But I know you're tired. The weariness has settled in layers. You're tired of the tension that never seems to fade. Tired of the silence that offers no answers. Tired of giving more than you receive. Tired of the thoughts that whisper, you're not enough, you're failing, you don't have what it takes. But those voices lie. They're only echoes of your fears, not the truth. They distort the reality in which your efforts carry tremendous value, even if that value isn't measured in results just yet. The truth is, you are in the middle of becoming. In the process where every pain, every doubt, every disappointment is a building block for your future. No oak tree grows in a single spring. No masterpiece is shaped without years of practice. Strength doesn't come in comfort. It is forged in the fire. You're walking through the flames not to be burned, but to be refined, to become the person you were always meant to be. Time is not your enemy. It's not running away from you. It's working for you. Every new day, even the ones that seem stagnant, is accumulating experience, endurance, and patience in you. Every mistake opens the door to deeper understanding. Every fall prepares you to stand firmer. Even when it feels like you're not moving, you're growing deeper. A foundation is forming that will hold more than you ever thought possible. Look back. Look at your hands. These hands have done more than you remember. They labored when you were at your breaking point. They held you up when your faith faltered. They stayed steady when you couldn't see the way forward. These hands are the extension of your resolve, and they will not let go unless you choose to. You tell yourself you're not fast enough, that others run quicker, think clearer, achieve more, but it's not about speed. What matters is not how fast you're moving, but in which direction. Walking slowly on the right path will always bring you closer to the goal than sprinting toward the wrong one. And even if you don't feel talented, remember this: talent matters, but effort matters more. Effort is the one universal key to mastery. Every morning you open your eyes, you're given more than just a new day. You're given a choice. You can give in to the weight or choose to rise despite it. You can let fear draw your boundaries, or you can define your own course. That choice is yours every single day. No one can make it for you. And it's that choice that shapes your destiny. Right now, you're in the hardest stage, not the beginning, when everything is new and exciting, not the end, when victory is near and tangible. You're in the middle, and the middle is where everything is tested, where the ambitious often fall, where even the most beautiful plans collapse, where the road feels endless and the goal like a fading illusion. But it is exactly here, at this point, that a new kind of strength is born, a strength you never knew you had. Those who achieve real, lasting success understand. The most critical battles don't happen in the spotlight. They don't come with applause. They happen in silence, alone, within. When you stand face to face with your fear, your pain, your weakness, and you choose to move anyway, you choose to believe anyway, you choose not to quit. That's where true champions are made. You don't see the full picture yet. Before you is just one small fragment, a single puzzle piece in the grand mosaic you are building blindly. At times, it seems out of place, meaningless, or wrong. But every piece matters. Every action, every decision, every day you choose not to give up, these are the irreplaceable parts of something much bigger. A plan that is still hidden from your sight but will one day be revealed in the right time, under a light you haven't yet seen. Time will pass, first slowly, then all at once. And one day, you'll turn around to look back. That's when you'll see. These very days, the ones that feel endless, the ones that feel like the heaviest burden, were actually the beginning of change. It was in these moments that you were growing, even if you didn't feel it. It was here your will was being forged, your faith tested, your character shaped. You'll realize every tear you buried in your pillow, every morning you rose despite the protest in your soul, each one was an investment in the person you are becoming. But right now, you don't see it. Before you still stands a wall, mute, gray, cold. You look at it as something solid, immovable, impenetrable. And you don't notice it's already cracking, subtly, almost imperceptibly, but the structure is weakening. It's not as whole as it once was. Yet your eyes are caught not on the fractures of hope, but on the slabs of doubt. You see only obstacles, only the parts that haven't moved, only the delays, the denials, the dead ends, only the doors that remain stubbornly shut. That's okay. This is how human perception works. We're wired to immediately spot what's wrong. We focus on glitches, on errors, on interruptions. It's easier for us to see what's broken than to notice what's being built. We hear the voice of our inner critic louder than the soft whisper of progress. That whisper is shy, quiet, but it's there. You just have to learn to listen. But your task is not to be a victim of this illusion, not to mistake the distorted image for the truth. Your task is to resist the false optics, to remember who you are and what you've already survived. How many times you thought it was the end, that you couldn't go any further, that you were broken, depleted, done. How many times you whispered, "I can't take it anymore." And yet, you did. You made it. You stood. You're still here, still breathing, still thinking, feeling, moving forward. That is no small thing. That is proof of strength. You've already been through so much, more than you're often willing to admit. You stood where others fell. You endured what seemed designed to wipe you out, to burn you to ash. But you didn't just remain standing. You kept walking. And that means you don't just carry strength. You carry resilience, endurance, that quiet, unwavering resolve that isn't loud or dramatic, but indestructible. You are far stronger than you believe, stronger than people assume, stronger than your doubts, stronger even than your fears, because you've already walked through them. And you'll get through this too. Not because it will be easy, not because someone will lift the weight off your shoulders or hand you a shortcut, but because you have no other way but forward. Standing still means slowly sinking. Turning back means betraying everything you've already endured. But to move forward, that is to choose life, to take one step after another, even through fog, through pain, through confusion. Because within you lies something far greater than the will to survive. There is the will to live, the will to persist, the inner power that sustains you when everything else collapses. That's your core, your essence, your unbroken nature. You were not made to fall beneath the weight of your trials. You were not designed to break under the pressure of life. You are the one who endures, the one who doesn't wait for perfect conditions, the one who rises even when there's no strength left, the one who walks forward even when every step feels like a battle, even when the path is unclear, even when your heart trembles from exhaustion, because there is light in you. You may not always feel it. It may seem dim at times, but it is there, alive, burning, even in the deepest night. Remember this: time is not your enemy. Time doesn't rush, but it doesn't waste itself either. It works with you. It builds within you, even when it seems like nothing is changing. Each day is not just a date on a calendar. It's another brick, another line drawn in the architecture of your inner fortress. Every trial is not a tearing down, but a building up. Every painful moment is a chance to grow, to deepen, to transform. Every fall is not a failure. It's a turning point, not the end, but a moment to regroup, a lesson teaching you how to hear yourself more clearly, how to stay balanced even in chaos, how to find where your true support lies, not outwardly, but within, and then to rise again, quicker, stronger, with a clarity that doesn't come from books but from pain, from experience, from living through it all. You're gaining a kind of strength that doesn't crack under pressure, not fragility, but fortitude. You're not becoming ruined, you're becoming refined, not weary, but deeper, not lost, but real. The truest version of yourself, the one you were meant to be all along. Stop measuring your journey by someone else's scale. Stop comparing your beginning to someone else's middle or finish line. Every person has their own path, their own timing, their own seasonal storms. Some move fast, others move deep. But the only person you have the right to compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. And if today you've become even one step wiser, steadier, or kinder, then you've already won. You're doing far more than you realize. Even on the most ordinary days, you make an impact. You shape lives. You touch destinies. You inspire others, sometimes without even knowing it. Your presence carries weight, even when others are silent. Even if they say nothing, they notice, they feel it. They follow your lead. You inspire, not by speeches, but simply by the fact that you keep going. Even when you're tired, even when your hands drop, even when you doubt yourself, your persistence is not just a habit of moving forward. It is a message, a testimony, a beacon that lights the way for others who have found themselves in the dark. You speak to the world without words. I didn't give up, and you don't have to either. And even if it happens without applause, without recognition, without the spotlight, you are building. Every step, every attempt, every single day is laying down a solid foundation. You may not see the results immediately, but they are there. They are growing, like the roots of a tree, deep beneath the surface, in silence, hidden from view. And then, one day, the trunk appears. Growth becomes visible, undeniable. What you need now is one thing: don't stop. Don't look for easy exits. Don't give in to the temptation to quit. Don't wait for the perfect moment or ideal conditions. Just move. Keep going. Even when it's hard, even when the road feels endless, even when it seems like no one notices and no one cares, keep going, because it's in those very moments when you are almost ready to give up that real strength is born inside you. Not the loud kind, but the true kind. The kind that doesn't need to be seen, but holds everything together. The kind that doesn't seek approval, but can weather any storm. Remember, it won't always be like this. This season is only one of many. Morning is coming, with fresh air and new light. A day will arrive unlike any you've known. It might not be grand or loud. It might just be a quiet inside you that wasn't there before. A lightness in your chest. A sense that you made it. That you've changed. That you are no longer the person who once stood on the edge. You'll feel it. Something shifted. You've grown stronger. You've gained clarity. You've become yourself. And in that moment, you will look back and thank yourself. The you who kept going when everything screamed, give up. The you who believed, even when your faith was shaking. The you who kept building without seeing the blueprint. Who laid the bricks blindly, faithfully. You won't remember the pain as much as you'll remember the perseverance, the loyalty to your path, the decision to move forward when it was hardest, and you'll say, thank you for staying, for not betraying the journey, for being so hold on, not for others' admiration, not for likes or quick rewards, but for yourself, for meaning. For that day when you open your eyes and realize you're living the life you built with your own hands, not by chance, not by luck, but by choice, through effort, through patience, through tears no one saw, through victories only you could measure. You are worthy of this life because you're creating it. You are worthy of light because you walk through the dark. You are worthy of peace because you've known the war. Your story is not over. It's being written right now, with every step, every thought, every decision. And believe this, the strongest chapters are still ahead. They won't be about your weakness. They will be about how you refuse to let it win. It won't always be like this. Repeat it. When it's hard, repeat it especially, because it's true. Deeply true, proven by those who once stood where you stand now and didn't give up either. You will make it. You will rise. You will step into your purpose. Just keep going. Just give yourself time.